welcome to the Joe McNeil Podcast. This is episode number 9.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man,
Almost double digits.
we've come a long way since we began. Backed by popular demand, my daughter, Abigail Garza.
Yes.
Abby, your episode. Unfortunately, we had massive audio difficulties.
Yep, we did.
And it was, anyways, whatever. It was the worst. We, well, maybe not the worst, but we had audio difficulties for sure. Hopefully we've got that figured out.
Yes.
We've got about a consistent, at least on the podcast, 40 listeners.
Okay.
So I'm pretty happy with that. The views over a couple weeks typically get up around 100 on YouTube, which is obviously not much, right? But you go start a YouTube channel. Okay. You see how hard it is to get subscribers and people watching your stuff. And, but we did get a comment. People are watching and I'm like, comment.
Right.
Like Jesse White was like, heard you hating on Rory. And I go, I did that for you because you're a big Rory fan. So comment, man. And he didn't comment, but we did get a comment. Jay said, I think if Bryson DeChambeau is gone, Liv, that'll be the worst, right? That'll end Liv, something like that. And somebody commented and went, no duh. What a take. And I said, well, I didn't see it on your channel. So you can expect little, sarcastic digs and things like that. Comment. It's okay. It doesn't have to get personal, but you can get personal if you want. Just comment. And because somebody is out there disliking every video.
I know.
I don't know who it is, but
everything.
They thumb down every video gets a thumb down, and it won't tell us who it is. Yeah, all right. Come on, own up to it.
But if you are going to get personal, you probably should have some thick skin.
Yeah,
because we'll get personal right back.
Oh yeah, I mean, I will be in ChatGPT crafting a mean reply.
They're gonna be like, that's not actually mean. That's just setting boundaries. And honestly, good for you.
I did have to tell ChatGPT. I was like, okay, I need you to start being a little more mean to me because sometimes you're like, hey, I'm trying to do this. And it goes, good for you. It's about time that you would. And it's like, no, I just need like some help with this. Anyways, it's too affirming. Like, give me some honest feedback here. It's like, I can't do that. I think that is the grace. Anyways, I told it, I said, please be meaner. And it goes, you're right. It's like, you're right. Joe, to be honest with you, that's been tried before and it doesn't ever work.
It's like, okay, maybe not that mean.
Man, ouch. So on today's episode, we like to have these discussions as a family all the time. Just like, what's it take to be successful? Like, why do people not go the extra mile? Things like that. And we're pretty opinionated. Abby is the head of fitness here, Titleist, TPI certified fitness expert. And she does marketing and event planning, things like that. And also my assistant. She does not like that title, but sorry. So yeah, we thought we would get into our opinionated takes on this.
Yeah.
And we will hold nothing back. So
except for names.
Yeah, we're not gonna
hold names back.
Yeah. No names. But yeah, we just want to kind of talk about this because everybody says they want success. Everybody, and success can be defined any number of things. It could be, I want to lose 10 pounds. That could be successful, right? Or I want to drop some shots in my golf game. I want to pick up speed. I want to, whatever it may be that we encounter. And that's success, achieving that goal, in my opinion. And I don't know what that sound was. So Destiny's running the shop right now, and we just heard like a
kaboom.
Yeah, that was a little loud. All right. So Abby, we're not gonna, just what's on your mind and how's things been?
I think as far as like success, I think the difference But I think there's a big difference. Like, so many parents nowadays, like, they coddle their kids, and it's just like they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna support you and whatever." Or, yes, support. Like, you can support, but at the same time, push. Like, the parents don't push their kids anymore.
That kid doesn't know what he wants to be.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like,
mean? They're like, yeah. Oh,
follow your dreams.
yeah, let me just, we're just going to see what interests him. The human brain is not fully developed until 25, right? I saw
Yeah.
that. So the reasoning part and all of that. So you're essentially an idiot until you're 25.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could be an idiot longer if you want, but like,
Yeah. At least,
these kids don't know what they want. At 3, 4, 5, 7, 13, 14, they don't know what they want to be.
no.
And it's kind of unfair for that. But you know what they like? Structure.
Hmm.
Do you know what they don't like? Being made to do something. But you know what's good for them? Being made to do something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We've got, it's just like for us, we grew up playing golf, right? And then as we started competing, I mean, I highly doubt, like, I mean, I was 14, 15. I wasn't like, yes, I want to go out there and practice for however long. But as I was made to do it, and like, hey, this is your opportunity. This is what you have.
Yeah.
A couple of years in, and you're like, oh, you know what? This is actually fun. I actually want this. And then you start putting in the work yourself. You can't just give somebody free reign, I guess. You can't
Yeah.
give a little kid free reign. Be like, do whatever you want. They're probably going to do nothing.
Yeah. No,
They're
they're
going to
going
sit at home, play video games,
yeah.
and do nothing.
And you guys were motivated, though, not just by us telling you to do that, but when I was playing and beating you,
Yeah.
like you guys didn't like losing because I'm
No.
running my mouth.
Yeah.
And that's okay too. Like that's a good motivator.
Yeah, I think so.
Parents should beat their kids at at games.
Now, to be honest, I also think parents don't hit their kids enough anymore.
Let's be very clear. We're talking about legal
Like
spanking.
discipline,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
like
discipline.
abuse.
It is funny, like parents like growing up that got paddled, or I guess that's what they would call it, like in school. It's hilarious. Like the how bad you had to be. You think about this. This is like grandparents. So grandparents that were born in the 50s
Mhm.
are in school, high school in 1965. Okay.
Yeah.
65 to, I mean, I bet there was spanking going on all the way up until the 90s, probably. Because we were like, if you tripped and fell and had a gash on your arm, it was like,
You're fine.
yeah, like I think I could see the bone.
Rub
It's
some
like,
dirt on it.
yeah, get outside and play. You're just using that excuse to come in.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, I just can't even imagine that. Like, you're misbehaving, and it's like, okay, well, you're gonna get a spanking.
Right.
The principal's going to spank you. Like, I would not have wanted that job. Like, I mean, there's a lot of kids that get on my nerve, but like, I would never want to spank a kid that's not my own.
Yeah. No.
I have.
Oh, yeah.
I have. My nephew, Josiah, he probably doesn't watch this, but we had to watch them. And Andrew told me, like, you're probably going to have to spank him. I'm like, there's no way. We didn't have any kids at the time.
Yeah.
And we watched Joy, Hope, and Josiah, and we watched it, and he was a wild animal. And I did have to spank him. I did not want to. I don't even think I spanked him that hard. I was like, oh my gosh. This kid, he ate a rubber bounce ball. He was like chewing it in pieces. I had to make him stop doing that. It's like, I mean, I went to great lengths because I did not want to spank him. I was like, you want to be like the fun uncle. I don't even know where this episode's going, but I wanted to be the fun uncle. And he got into Fruit Loops. He was like climbing on counters. Like if you turned your back on this kid, he was into something. And I finally had to spank him. And he was better after that.
You're like, well,
but
guess your parents were right.
He's like 25 now, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but he's married. And hope he has a kid exactly like him, because he did turn out really well. He's a nice young man. And but yeah, he should yeah, that was such an experience. I think that's the only other kid besides my own. So
Yeah.
But I mean, who would want to do that? But anyways, you're talking to a principal, back to what we started, spanking kids. So that's not allowed anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I can't even imagine, because the amount of parents, like if we correct a kid in a camp, and we do these things, right? We have these camps. We're going to address behavioral issues
Mhm.
if they affect all the other kids in the camps,
Yep.
or if they affect that kid's ability to learn. And
Mhm.
so we're going to do it in a nice way. We're going to give you some constructive criticism. Hey, he's not quiet when we're trying to talk or tell the kids. Hey, he's running when we tell him to walk. Hey, he's, he's
Yeah.
jumping in front, cutting line, things like that. And I would say 95% of parents take that well. Did you
Yep.
say that? But the
Maybe like 90.
5%,
Yeah.
think their child could do no wrong.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk on that?
Like, um,
No specifics, just
okay.
hypotheticals.
Yeah, so hypothetically, if we had a camp where we had a little kid misbehaving, and right when we go to talk to the parents, if it's a situation that we didn't see, we're simply reporting to the parents. We're like, hey, this is what we heard from other kids. Can we just like clear it up? Like, just let them know that behavior like that, like, we're not
Yeah, it's not
going to
acceptable.
tolerate that.
Right.
And these parents take it as if we're like threatening to call the police.
Well,
on
let's
their
do
kid.
this. Let's do this. This will be even better. You're the staff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll be the parent. We'll just do like a little, like,
Yeah, yeah. Hey, we
yeah,
had a great time having your kid.
what?
I just wanted to let you know we did have a slight incident where he did hit a little girl. Um, we didn't see it happen. They just came and told us, so we just wanted to let you
He would
know.
not do that.
I'm not accusing your kid. I'm just letting you know that this is what was reported to us.
He would never do that. He would never do that. My
How,
kid
how
has
old is your kid?
never 5. He has never misbehaved, ever. It's pretty accurate,
I would have
right?
the hardest time keeping a straight face.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And you're like, just look, we're not proclaiming this
We're not telling
to
everybody.
the neighborhood.
No.
We're just asking you to say something to your kids. Like, we have 7. Me and mom have 7.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen every bit of stupidity under the sun. Your kids will do something stupid. They will embarrass you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really prepare for what they'll do. So, I mean, they're going to do it. It's
Yeah.
going to happen. And I think we're pretty chill. We do have a high standard. We want those kids to act,
Mm-hmm.
act a certain way in the culture we've created. But we understand it's not really that big a deal. Just hey, no big deal. We'll say something to them. But yeah, they will get outraged. I got early on in my teaching career. We found this out through neighborhood apps. So thank God for social media. But Joe McNeil in his summer camp is bullying children. Okay. We find it out because we see it, and then we have some mutual acquaintances, and I'm like, what the bullying? What in the world? And so what it was there was a brother and sister that the brother got to be a captain.
Oh, and the sister didn't.
And the sister didn't get picked. And so that was a slight. And also, it just felt like too competitive because she was picked last. Well, she was the worst in the camp.
Yep.
And it's like, that's going to happen. I mean, I'm sorry. You're going to pick teams somewhere. So
At some point
the
in your
next day, I'm nervous because this is like, this might have been one of the first camps I've done professionally. We had done camps before.
Was this Gulf of Texas?
No.
No.
This is up at Caruso's on the north side. So I go, this is 10 years ago. I go, okay. The next day they come in because I'm nervous. You don't want bad feedback. You don't want things getting around. It's like, oh my gosh. I mean, I feel you're like, this is crazy. So she comes in and I'm like, I'm going to give this girl so much attention so that she knows she's valued and I'm going to help her get better. So we spend all day, we're working the camp. It's a great camp. And then the brother comes up to me towards the end of day 2 and goes, she's feeling real self-conscious because you're helping her so much. And I'm like, okay, screw it.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you? I am trying to help her get better, and sorry. I
Yeah.
mean, it's unbelievable, but the parent was enraged, yeah, and then they posted that I was bullying, and, like, whatever, give me a break.
Yeah.
Like, bullying, I don't remember that growing up. I don't even remember that word. I remember a bully, but not bullying, and we've
Yeah.
used all kinds of things, and I don't wanna make light of that, of, like, I mean, some of the things I've seen is, like, social media bullying can get
Mhm.
brutal with kids in school, so I'm not making light of that. That would be real.
Yeah.
But making a kid, like, giving them attention so that they can get better at golf or something like,
Yeah. That's I don't think that constitutes as bullying.
no, it's outrageous. So, I would say with the, topic that we're on of just success,
Mhm.
a lot of people say they want it. Everybody says they want it, in
Right.
fact, and it's really rare that someone would say they don't want it.
Yeah.
I did have I do have a story on somebody that didn't want it. This was odd. So I've done all the, leadership and, speaker training and all this stuff with the John Maxwell team, and I was doing a small group. This is just business small group. So, I haven't done any of these in a while, but maybe we should should do some more, but it was a mastermind, getting business leaders together. We're growing together, and there's a guy in there that is lazy, extremely lazy, and he rehabs mobile homes. That's what he does. It's very lucrative. He buys these like a mobile home for like $500 or something. Rehabs the thing and flips it for 12 or $15,000. I mean, it's like it was pretty cool. And he's so lazy. He only does about 3 or 4 a year, I think, or something like this. I mean, my numbers are off. And we're talking about growing and pushing yourself to the limit. And he's like, why would I want to do that? And it's like, so that you can be more successful. You could, get your debt paid off and you could help other people. And he's like, dude, I just want to sleep. I don't need that kind of stress in my life. And it's like, and I'm sure somebody's watching going, well, that's his definition of success. The dude had like rabbits in his bed. He was talking about like rabbits that they would sleep with and stuff. And like he was married with kids and, and then it's like they have like a pet raccoon or something weird. And it's like, it's kind of unclean, man. Like
It's
that's gross.
it's giving white trash.
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna get banned on YouTube. You can't say that. But yeah, it was gross. I was like, and I'm like, and so a person like that, just my pet peeve, I can literally have nothing in common with you.
No.
And as far as I like, you are so dead to me. Like we don't have to be the same. I don't have to have you agreeing with everything. I have lots of friends that we don't agree with things,
Mhm.
everything,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that's good. But like that's like I just can't do it.
Yeah. It's just laziness. It's being okay with, like being okay with being okay. Like, you're not there's no drive. Like,
I was like, you could
what is
hire
the
people,
point?
you could do, and it was like, and it wasn't like he was. So I guess that's the thing. It's like it's not like he was living a high life. Like, yeah, I
Like
mean,
you
the dude's
said.
got rabbits in his bed. Gross.
Yeah.
Like it's just so weird. And so I was like, and we're teaching about personal growth and like pushing yourself. Um, but so that's one of my pet peeves. Like people that are just okay. Like,
And they don't wanna get better.
yeah, it's like gross.
I feel like, especially, like, as, like, professionals in, like, you teach golf and with fitness, like, you have to always be, like, growing and trying to become a better version of yourself, but I can't imagine, like, even if I wasn't doing this, I can't imagine not living like that.
Yeah, like life is full of growth. You should grow until the day you die.
Yeah,
I don't like that is
because what's the point of just
imprinted in my brain.
like, you just wanna I can't imagine, like, just being like, getting 9 to 5 job,
Yeah.
and staying there for that, like, not even trying to go for promotions, like, nothing, just
Yeah.
staying there.
But people do, and the world's made up of tons of people like that.
Yeah.
In fact, you make lots of money on fitness, right? You might
Mhm.
have people that come in or they buy a membership and then we see them twice,
Yeah.
right? Or I mean, it's pretty common practice. Everybody likes the idea of going to that next level until they
They
know
don't
what that.
they don't wanna put in the work. They don't wanna sacrifice their sleep. They don't wanna
Yeah.
sacrifice their TV time or whatever it is.
Yeah. So what yeah, what's your pet peeve? Like what's somebody like when they exhibit something and you're talking to them and you go, "Okay, you're dead to me."
Like, the victim mentality.
Oh, okay.
That it usually goes with passive aggressiveness.
Yeah.
But, like, when someone, like, you're trying to help someone and all they do is problem after problem after
Yeah.
problem, and they're always like, somebody is always attacking them. Life doesn't like them. Life doesn't like anybody.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's how it is.
Yeah.
Shut up, put your head down and work.
Yeah.
But I can't stand that
Yeah.
because it's like they think they're the only ones in life that have ever gone through something,
Yeah.
but the nicest people and the most successful people you meet have probably walked through hell, and they're the way they are because they grew from that.
Yeah.
They don't sit there and tell everyone, "Oh, poor me, poor me." They would never grow. They would never become better.
Yeah.
They would always stay okay, mediocre,
Yeah.
and I just I can't understand the victim mentality in adults.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, maybe you had a rough childhood, but you're an adult now.
Yeah. You're responsible for your own decisions now.
Yeah, like you can't just keep, "Oh, well, my mom was mean to me." You're 36.
Yeah.
Like, grow up.
Yeah. What so somebody's lived their whole life and we don't want to insult this, right?
Mhm.
Because like I wasn't always a grower.
Yeah.
I with growth mindset and things like that. I would say that's been probably the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Probably. It was probably in my late 20s when I started being exposed to some of that stuff,
Mhm.
but I wasn't raised in that. We weren't raised to grow.
Yeah.
And so, and we, you know, this because, I'm like, I eat this stuff up and how many times we've sat around the living room and it's like, okay, we're going to do a mastermind as the family.
Yeah.
And it's on the 15 laws of personal growth,
Yeah.
or we're going to, something, but we love to grow, whether that, hopefully that got imprinted on the kids. But when you decide to grow and you're like, okay, that's the goal. The goal is not shooting 7 under par
Yeah.
and it's not losing 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Those are all byproducts of growth.
Yeah.
The goal is getting yourself to the place that you could be that person that shoots 7 under, or you could be that person that loses 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And it's establishing those
Mm.
daily habits.
Yeah. A repeatable routine.
When you first decide to do that, if you have not been a growth minded person, you will probably lose most of your friends.
Yeah. Because people that aren't growth minded, they're okay with being okay. And when you want to grow, then they're going to feel insulted
Yeah.
and they're going to get hurt. Again, the victim
They're
mindset.
going to accuse you. Well, what do you think? You're better than us? You're like, I'm not thinking I'm better.
Like, I just want to get better. Not necessarily better than you, but I want to be better than
Yeah.
who I am now.
And this is that and they talk about the crab traps that are open. They're wide open, right? There's and you put one crab in, it'll climb out every time. But if you put 2 in, that second crab will pull that one down.
Yeah.
And then you'll dump more in, they all hold the other one back. They don't know why they're holding them back. It's the same as you put the flea in the container, leave a lid on and it's just bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and hitting that. Then you take it off because it's done it so much, it'll never jump higher than the edge of that cup. It will stay in there forever.
Yeah.
There's stories. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like the monkeys in the cage, and they're like every time it would go to grab for food, they'd spray it with water or something, and they did that to one, and all the others would go to do that, and that one monkey would like beat them or something. I'm totally butchering this, But basically, they could condition all those other monkeys, don't ever try to grab for that fruit, or don't ever try to get out because there's this punishment, even though that punishment hadn't even happened. And then they could take the monkey that had been punished with the water out of the cage. So none of them have
But
experienced
they've
it.
all been conditioned.
Yes. And so now they're all beating each other for trying to better themselves. And that happens. That is real life.
Mm-hmm.
You try to better yourself, your circle of friends. I'm not saying you're going to lose them all, but you probably will lose them.
Mm-hmm.
You try to, hey, I'm going back to school. I'm going to get my MBA. I'm going to get that promotion in that job.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? You don't go out to drinks at night with us anymore. Like, what's your deal, man? We used to like hang out.
Yeah.
Weight loss, right?
Yeah.
We're all used to going out, and I shouldn't talk about this because I'm horrible in this department. Like, I don't like working out, and my excuses are like my knees, my back, and but like I'm not a slob, so I don't think everybody's going to be running marathons when they're pregnant.
Yeah.
Which we didn't mention that in Abby's episode, but she ran a marathon while she was pregnant.
Yeah.
The time was not good.
No, the time was not good.
None of
finished.
that even matters. It's incredible. Yeah, 26.2 miles.
Yeah.
And when we've talked about that, Robert, your husband,
Yeah.
stayed with you the whole time?
Yeah. I remember at the beginning.
He better have.
At the beginning, we were like starting to run and stuff. And I hadn't trained for like 12 weeks leading up to it because of morning sickness. Like I was so sick and I was like throwing up all the time. And so I was like, okay, well, we're just going to do what we can do. And we were running and I was like having to stop. Like I would run and then I'd walk and I'd run. And he was just like, and he's apologized for this since, but
do we need to quit?
No, he was like, I didn't think you were going to stop this much. And I was like, you can leave. I was like, go run. I was like, don't stop. I was like, I'm going to do this at my pace. I was like, and if that bothers you, I was like, keep going because I don't want you around me.
Oh.
And then afterwards, he's like, I wasn't trying to be mean. He goes, I'd seen you you had been running and we were running 10 miles without stopping. And I was like, yeah, but I hadn't trained for 12 weeks.
Yeah, we were concerned about that. But not everybody's going to do that, I guess is my point, right? Not everybody's going to practice golf for 40 hours a week. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, what defines success? Is it that you have to be in the gym 6 days a week? You know what I'm saying? And I think there's different levels. I think if you define success by growth and you're pressing into growth and you're always growing, to me, that's mine. I don't know what yours is, but that's my definition of success. So if you're not practicing at all, we'll just take golf and you're like, I want to shoot 7 under. Okay. And you're not practicing at all. And you start this week practicing an hour a week. Mm-hmm. Well, that's an hour a week better.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with that. Now, if in 3 years you're still doing that, you're probably not going to hit your goals.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, like for me, it's just the discipline. If you know you want something, like maybe like for me, like in my head, like physique wise, like I have this like optimal physique that I want to reach. I don't know if I'll ever reach that.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to be chasing that. I'm always going to be working towards it. And so it's just to have the discipline to put in the work. To me, that's success.
Yeah. And then on my end, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I'm happily married. I want to be healthy. I want to be around for my grandkids as long as possible. So I don't want to have health issues with that stuff. So I don't do fitness at all. I did, and you guys will learn this later on in life. But I'm 43, so I trained for basketball. I trained for golf. We did all these things. Would I like to be more active? Yes. Is it a burning desire in me? No.
Yeah.
No. And so that's the thing too, right? So is that okay?
Yeah.
Why is that okay?
Because you're still working your butt off in other areas.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I think. I think everybody has their passions and their areas where they want to go. But what you won't hear, you might hear me complaining that I'm fat, but I'm not going to do that consistently and claim that I'm doing something about it.
Yeah.
So I know I'm not doing anything about it. Now, when Short Game gets their full gym, we do have a little bit of a gym here, but
Mhm.
you get me some treadmills with ESPN, you know, right on the front of that. Okay. All right. Now, my exercise right now is following Destiny around, so it's very sporadic.
Yeah.
This next week, she has a tournament, typical golf course, 5 to 7 miles.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to walk.
You're gonna walk.
I'm going to do that 5 times.
Yeah.
So, and miraculously, that does not help you lose weight.
No.
You see all kinds of fat guys on tour and on the Champions Tour, and I'm like, that dude's walking like 30 miles a week.
Yeah. But it also depends, like, you can do that and you can counteract that with how much you're eating or what you're eating.
Yeah. So I try to not drink soda. I haven't drank any in a long time. And I really don't eat sugar.
Yeah.
Mom does. She likes sugar. I don't really care for dessert, but I like meat, like steak.
Yeah.
Like ribeyes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So let's see here. So obstacles. So I'll do one, you do one. My first one would be the first obstacle is being liked by everybody. So you want success, whatever that area is, doesn't matter what it is. You're going to have to move your circle of friends. I would just about guarantee you, unless they go with you, unless they want to grow. But if they don't want to grow, you're going to find yourself outgrowing them, and the conversations are going to be awkward because you're going to be super passionate about this thing that you're passionate about, and nobody understands it, and they just think you're stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, so we had that business in Indiana. It was doing well, but I was bored because expansion was limited. I had a partner that didn't want to expand. And so I'm like, I got into golf and golf became my passion.
Mm-hmm.
And I was obsessed with it. And all I heard was how stupid it was, how you could not honor God playing golf, how that would not be something God would ever call you to.
Yeah, because you'd have to play golf on Sundays.
Yeah. And there was all kinds of stuff. And it was like, but I just kept pushing on that. And eventually I had a whole new circle of friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that's what would happen at the time. I wish somebody would have coached me through that, which is something we can do. But no, I mean, like you need somebody that's kind of been there, done that. And is like, that's actually pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
You're in this trap, small pond. You're trying to get out. Everybody's pulling you down. They don't know why they're pulling you down, but you're upsetting their status quo. You're upsetting what is their normal in life. And now it's not normal anymore.
Yeah.
And they can't allow that.
Yeah.
So that would be my one. That is an obstacle to growth that you will encounter.
Yeah. For me, I would say you have to get over yourself. Like you have to be okay getting embarrassed. Because when you start something, like you're not going to be very good at it. And you're probably going to embarrass yourself. But that's okay. Everybody does.
How are you going to embarrass yourself with fitness?
I mean, so many people, well, majority of it is people just think that other people are watching them.
Yeah.
But they're not actually. So you're more embarrassing yourself, like just in your own mind.
Yeah.
But if you're out there trying something new, you might be doing something completely wrong, but at least you're there trying because there's somebody else that's staying in bed.
Yeah.
And not getting up and not doing it.
Yeah. So yeah. So point 2, get over having to be perfect, right? Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to be perfect. You just need to start. That's again, the goal is growth.
Yeah.
The goal is growth. If the goal is growth, you'll just start because starting something is growing. Starting this podcast is growing. And I don't think we talked about this, but like I try to pick something every year that I'm going to do and that's going to force some growth in myself. And this is one of those things. I mean, I love to talk, so that's not that hard, but I had to learn how to edit, how to butcher the sound, how to set up lighting and things like that. Yeah. And now it's like the whole world needs this message. How do I get it out there? You know? But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. And yeah, I knew it would be bad. We're probably still in the bad season. Unfortunately, we'll look back on this if we keep this going.
Look back on this, the end of the year even, and just be like, Whoa.
God willing. So, okay, losing the circle of friends.
Mhm.
Got to get over yourself. What would be maybe the third obstacle?
Probably be okay losing a little sleep.
Yeah. Be okay losing a little sleep. You're going to have to give something up to go up. That's a John Maxwell thing.
Yeah.
Give up to grow up. You have to give something up to go to that next level. That's the truth. Now we talked about it could be that circle of friends, but it might be time. One thing I like to say to all my students, golf doesn't care. So they come in, I go, "Hey, how'd you practice this week?" "Oh, I haven't had time. We got finals. I got AP classes." I go, "Golf doesn't care.
Yeah.
Golf doesn't care. It's non-emotional. It does not care. It is going to grade you on the effort you put in yesterday,
Yep.
today, and for the rest of your life."
Yeah. Not the circumstances surrounding.
Nope. So figure it out.
Yeah.
You have to give up to grow.
Yeah.
What are you going to give up? It might be, I'm going to give up my video games.
Mhm.
There might be an adult out there, right?
Yeah.
I had a guy that I taught, they've moved away, but he was a very good golfer. And I worked with him for a long time, really great guy. And then he let me know that he used to be a professional Call of Duty player. And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, he got paid money,
Yeah.
traveled and did these tournaments. I didn't even know that was a thing." And I'm like, "Oh, I suck at Call of Duty." And he gave it up. He gave it up because he wanted to focus on golf and he knew he couldn't do both at once.
Yeah.
So, maybe we have one or two more obstacles to growth, obstacles to success.
Yeah. Um, I know there's a lot of them out there, but, like, the one I'm thinking of is, like, personal pride, but that's the same thing with
Yeah. You care too much about yourself. You think too much about yourself. You think more highly of yourself. We talked about this in Jehu's episode he was like, "What's it like teaching your kids?" And I'm like, well, early on, I took all my identity in whether they played good or bad. And you
Yeah.
know this,
Yeah.
right? We had some horrible coaching moments. These are not like, I mean, it's awful. It's terrible. But your kids can't fire you. So
Yeah.
you're like, if you play good today, not I'm happy with you or sad with you. It was never that. But if you play good today, I feel good about myself and I'm a good coach.
Yeah.
If you play bad today, I feel really bad about myself and I'm not a good coach anymore. And so I'm not sure exactly where I was going with that, but it's like you're putting too much of the results onto yourself. So if I lose 30 pounds, I'm happy with myself
Mhm.
rather than just the growth of it. Just, hey, work out today,
Yeah.
work out the next day, work out, or
Like,
do
actually
3 days
enjoy the
this week.
process.
Yeah.
Remember, like, it's the process, not necessarily the result. Like, yes, the results are nice, but if you don't enjoy the journey, you're gonna hate the results you get,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna get on another journey for something else.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy the journey, like, I feel like that's actually how growth happens.
I would say an obstacle, this is a good one, is setting a goal that's too achievable. Because this happens all the time in junior golf, college. I just want to pay for college.
Mhm.
And they get there and then their game goes in the toilet because they didn't have a goal of beyond like
Yeah.
what am I going to so like weight loss, right?
Mhm.
Well, what are you going to do when you lose the 30 pounds?
Right.
What are you going to do? Or hey, I want to get right. You're just like I remember me and mom, and when we got married, like the goal is to have a home. We want a house, right? We were renting. We want a house. We want to build a house. And we were fortunate enough to do that at, I think, 24 years old,
Yeah.
24 years old. But that was our goal. As soon as we got that done built, I remember being like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Like we've spent our 4 years of our marriage wanting to build a house. And then we accomplished it and we didn't know what to do. In
Yeah.
our circle of friends at the time, we were like the only ones to do that.
Yeah.
And so you got some flack, oh, how are you guys doing this at that time, right?
Mhm.
What do we do now? Um, So I think having a goal that is
Out of reach.
kind of scares you a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I don't know if I could do that."
Yeah. And I think that's a good thing to be scared a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
if you're like, I mean, you get some people that are like super confident going into something, but more than likely that's just like what they're showing.
Yeah, they're not really.
Like, it is good to be scared of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I think if
Is
you're
it
not
worth
scared,
doing?
it's not worth anything.
Yeah, it's not worth anything. There was probably a little bit of fear going into the marathon. Was there a little bit of fear like you were gonna hurt yourself or do something or
Well, I'd had like an old injury, so I kind of thought that might flare up,
Yeah.
but it was more just the fear that I wasn't gonna finish.
Yeah.
But I would like if I have to crawl across that line.
That's a great motivator. Okay, so not setting a goal that's big enough. What else? Because for search engine optimization,
Yeah.
we need the 5 pillar. No, I don't know.
It
I'm
could
just
also be setting I think you should it's important to set a big goal, but if you set something like if you don't have any sub goals,
Yeah.
if you set too big of a goal, you're just gonna be so disappointed. You're like, wow, I'm a failure.
Yes, and then you need little goals along the way.
But they shouldn't be your ultimate goal.
Yeah, like little mile markers. But again, I would say, and fitness is probably different, but if the goal is growth, okay, that's our goal. You got to do something every day to grow. Make sure you're growing weekly. Now, in golf, we might, like for Destiny, we might work on her proximity to the hole.
Mhm.
So we're always working on taking her dispersion and making it tighter
Yeah.
and working on getting up and down better. But we have numbers and we have metrics to do that. But we don't put necessarily a time frame. We're just like, hey, we're averaging this amount of bogeys, or your proximity from 30 yards is 9 feet or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's see if we can improve that by a couple feet over
Yeah.
the next year. And then we kind of use that to measure that.
Yeah.
How would you do that in fitness?
In fitness for
I
that,
lost 3 ounces today.
no, I think like one if it's like a specific lift, you slowly go heavier over time. Like if you have your ultimate goal is like to deadlift 300 pounds,
Yeah.
then you slowly reach up to that, right? And so
Yeah.
maybe it's just every few weeks you add on 5 pounds. But if it's like with overall health, I think it would just be integrating some new habit, whether it's drinking 100 ounces of water
Yeah.
or taking out sugary drinks
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Just small baby steps. And suddenly this big picture that didn't seem achievable
Yeah.
is now achievable because you broke it down to baby steps.
Yeah. I remember in a past life at a church, like I would get chances to preach on Sundays, or I would give offering messages. And I remember as we were getting close to leaving and being done there, and maybe one day we'll tell that story, but all I remember was everybody complaining about finances and everybody complaining about their weight. Like all the women complained about their weight and all the people complained about their money fluttering away and never having anything. And so I remember I got to do the offering and I was like, okay. I go, does money go to your house to die? And it was like you could hear a pin drop. Everybody's like looking like, of course it goes to our house to die. We're all broke. But I start talking about losing weight, like 30 pounds. I go, if you could just lose like 3 ounces this week. I did something like that. And then you compound it over time and you're like, you lost 23 pounds this year or something like that. I don't remember the numbers. And I just remember everybody was like,
Those are the people that are like, I've tried calorie deficits. They don't work for
yeah,
me.
I'm running. I remember there was a rather heavy person that, and they all had like thyroid issues.
Yeah.
I have thyroid disease, or something. And we were like, of course, there's no way it's that concentrated. And they're like, we're like, are you like maybe running? Like let's like activity. I run 6 miles a day on my treadmill. And it's like,
yeah,
I know.
Okay.
we're like, whether the fruit is saying otherwise. But yeah, those small achievable goals, like I've not really ever really needed to lose weight.
Yeah.
Like now I'm like, okay, well, I'm dad and I probably shouldn't lose a little bit of weight. But I've never really dealt with my weight like some people, their metabolism is different and they have dealt with that. But I was like, just lose like if you lose like I don't even think it was 3 ounces. I think I was like, if you lose 1.6 ounces. So every 10 weeks, you're losing a pound. So 5 pounds in a year.
Yeah.
So 6 pounds, you've lost 30, 6 years, you've lost 30 pounds. And I'll bet, I don't know any of these people anymore, but I bet if we put a bookmark in that was like 11, 12 years ago.
I bet they're all heavier.
Oh, for sure, probably not thinner.
No.
And so you're like 1.6 ounces a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's achievable, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you lose 1.6 ounces a week. 10 weeks, that's 16 ounces.
Yeah.
Which is a pound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's 50 weeks, 52 in a year. So that's 5 pounds a year. Sounds like nothing.
Yeah.
Like, well, 5 pounds. But over 6 years, it's now 25 or 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
10 years, they lost 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Just doing that. And what type of person would that be?
Yeah, because that could literally be as simple as putting down your second sweet treat of the day. Like,
oh, man. But yeah, so that stuff fascinates me. Human performance fascinates me. Like, how do you get somebody to the edge of all of that?
Mhm.
How do you get somebody to break through those barriers? What about the importance of, I learned this a long time ago, but the importance of journaling, like your practice or journaling your daily routine.
yeah,
Do you think that plays a part?
I think it does, just in the aspect that you can see how far you've come. You can see how many days you've put in the work.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I notice, like, when I'm hitting
Yeah.
hitting PRs or
Yeah.
doing better and better, is because you're tracking everything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, man, it doesn't look any different. But then you look back
Yeah.
4 months ago and you're like, whoa.
Or like you're doing that bench. I remember doing this. Once upon a time I did work out. And I was like I was pretty consistent with it, but I wasn't getting better. I wasn't getting stronger. And my goal was, I remember I was like, I want to bench 200 pounds.
Yeah.
That was a goal. I think that was a good goal. And I was not getting there. And I had a friend that was doing like strongman competitions. And he came over to work out with me. And he's like, where's your workout? I'm like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. And he's like, no, it's got to be on paper. And then you got to write down what you did for each specific day.
Yeah.
Then I did that. And it was like, I think at the time I was like, say I was benching like 145. That was my max. 200 in 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And do you know what I did after that?
Nothing.
I just stopped because I was like,
oh, I hit my goal.
Yeah, I did it. I don't know what to do from here on.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly don't want to hit 300. I don't want to be one of those dudes. It's kind of weird benching. Like, I remember, like, we had a dad in our church that was huge. He could bench 300 pounds. It's like, man, I never wanted that. I just wanted to be strong. And I did that. And then just, it's always sad.
It's like, where'd that dream go?
Yeah.
And it died.
But writing it down, because I would remember I would be benching and I'd be like at 185. And it's like, I did 4 reps 3 days ago. And you're like, you hit 4 and you're like, your arms are dead. And normally you would just quit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I can do 5 today.
And
then you'd hit your 5th. And you're like, yeah, you felt good about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe that's enough for y'all to chew on. Holy cow, this is maybe a longer episode. Yeah. But we are committed to growth.
Yeah.
And if you're not growing, we encourage you to start today. And if we can help with that, please do. Or, let us know where you're at on your growth journey. Comment below.
Yes.
Give a thumbs up or give us some comments. Like, you guys think you're better than yourselves. No, we're trying to better ourselves.
Yeah.
But it's something we're passionate about, and we'd love to continue this conversation.
Yep.
Any other thoughts?
No, just I don't know, find something that you can get better at. Just find
There you go.
one small thing.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just your personality. No, I'm just kidding. All right. This is it. Thank you. Hello. You're still there. Great. Hit like, subscribe, make sure the bell's on. You won't miss another one of these fantastic episodes.